Hey kids, welcome back to another week of Oldman Plays CFL Fantasy. This time for week 16. I'm here to help you pump up your fantasy teams. And maybe by following my advice these days, last week was good. I was up over 100 well again. This week was a bit of a stumble. Hard to pick a quarterback because all the good ones struggled a bit. I went with Drew and didn't get a lot of points, but oh well, 96.4 for the week. So I'll accept that. That's not the worst that there is. For what it matters, my pick'em, I was basically 0-2-1 with the tie, so I'm 35-22-2 on there. But that's where I'm sitting at, and now it's time to move ahead and look at another week. And should be another great one. Should be lots of games where there's potential for scoring in it. So we'll see. Look through the all the information, the injury reports, what depth charts are out, things like that. This week I'm looking at Toronto, maybe Coxie or Polk, maybe. I have been traditionally sort of looking at Carey as a running back, but lately since they've got the Chad back, he's just not getting so many runs, and they're mixing in all three running backs. So I think I'll give that a miss. Hamilton, I don't think I'm going with the running game. They're good, but Toronto, look at how they shut down stand back. So I think I'll stay away from Hamilton's running game. I may go with Bowe and team him up with Dunbar. I know most people would say team him up with White, but Bowe and White don't seem to be clicking the way Bowe and Dunbar have been. So I'm going to go that way. Calgary, Saskatchewan game. Calgary, I'm really only looking at Bagleton. I don't think they run against Saskatchewan, and no one else in that receiving core stands up enough to get me excited. And the way Mayor's been playing, I don't think he's an option. The one time I took him, he got me, I think, 11 points, doubled to like 22 or something. So I'll be giving that a miss, I think. Saskatchewan, though, again, I don't trust Trevor enough these days. They're playing better, or they're playing well and losing, I guess. Shouldn't say playing better. They are playing well and losing, but they're just not putting up a lot of quarterback numbers. But if I need a receiver, I'll look at Emilus or maybe Schaefer Baker. And they've got Armstead in at running back. And now he was very good with Ottawa, although he had apparently the yippy mouth problems. But as a running back, he was very good. Saskatchewan, if they're going to win this game, they've got to get the running game going. So I would say I'm looking strongly maybe at Armstead for that. When we get to the Montreal-Ottawa game, I figure Fletcher out of the backfield and maybe running some for Montreal because Ottawa's down all three starting linebackers. So the run game should be good. I think maybe also Rambo and Sneed. Ottawa I'm staying away from just because that Montreal defense is as good as it is, but I might consider Drew at quarterback or Hardy. I don't think so though. Winnipeg, Oliveira maybe at running back, although the Elk have been good against the run lately, and he's been putting yardage up, but he's not getting touchdowns. Now, mind you, Strev is out this week, so maybe he gets the ball on the goal line. I don't know, but there's that. And then Lawler is the only receiver there that I really trust. Wilson maybe, but I don't think so. And Edmonton, I'm looking to Trey, so it's probably down to Drew or Trey that I'll be going with, or Bowe this week, come to think of it. So I'm considering Trey. I think Brown, because unfortunately, Leak is out. They don't say why. It's unspecified, but he's out. So I think Brown or Rankin could be a good choice. I think they'll run them both in there. It's just a matter of which one gets the better attempts, and I think Brown will get more attempts than Rankin will. Receivers, I'm thinking of Lewis and Gittins. And again, defense, let's get everything else sorted and see what the best is we can afford from there. So that's the general game plan. Let's head over to the computer and see if we can make it work under the budget. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with our quarterbacks here. Now, like I said, I certainly don't want the Chad. I don't trust him, and I have a feeling that the Hamilton fans will be half the fans in Toronto and may just really get in his head again. So I'm not going there. Harris, I've said no. Oh, look at that. Alexander's the next highest projected point, and he's not playing. Cody is. And Bethel Thompson, and he's not playing. And then Cody. And then we get down to Nathan. But here's Bowe at 12-2, and he's been playing well. And, you know, I trust him more against Toronto than I do against the others. So if I'm going to take him, I've got to team him up with somebody. And I think I said I was going to look for Dunbar there. So let's just go to Hamilton right here and see if we can find, yeah, Dunbar. He's not cheap, but we'll put him in there. Okay, so that gets us on to that. Let's go back then to our running backs and see who we're going to do. I said I was thinking that I may take Armstead for Saskatchewan if I can find him on here. Yes, and I do think I'll take that. So then the only other question is, do we go with this other one? Do we go with Fletcher or Brown? And I think maybe Fletcher, just because all of Ottawa's starting linebackers are out this week. So let's put him in as my other running back. So I need another wide receiver and a flex now. And who did we talk about on there? Jones for Edmonton, still up there high. I don't know, though. We'll see. Bagleton, he's projected. He scores well generally, but he hasn't been getting a lot of touchdowns. I don't like that. So let's move on down here a bit. Do I want to take a chance on Lewis? Perhaps not. I'm thinking, no, I am going to go with Emelis here. How are we doing now? So we've got 18K to get 2 more players. You know what? If I'm locking up with Bo, why don't I go with Bridges as well? He's been reliable. I think he's going to go with that. And that leaves me, lots of money for a defense. So who's going to be the best one here? I don't think Winnipeg is going to be the best with it. To tell you the truth, I'm going to say that the Riders get their turnover groove back on this week, although Milligan is out for them. There is that, but I think I'm going to go that way. That leaves me, 5.1K over that. So I could go with a more expensive flex player. Let's go back to the flex and just see what have I got left here. 11.1. So I've got lots of money to spend on the flex position. I wonder, should I spread it around a bit? Yes, I will. I probably don't have enough for that. No, I don't. But I'm going to go with Eugene Lewis here. Where did he go to? Yes, I am with Trey on there. I think he'll get it to Lewis. So that means my defense has to be under 6.2. So let's do it by price. And we'll see who's the best one under 6.2. The only one under 6.2 is Calgary. And I don't feel terribly good about that. But on the other hand, I do feel good about this team. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go with Calgary. I'm going to lock it in. Have to pick a captain. I will pick Bo as my captain. And so there we go. Locked in. And for those listening on the podcast who can't see the screen, my team this week will be defense, the Calgary Stampeders. Quarterback, Bo Levi Mitchell of Hamilton Tiger Cats. Running backs are Rock Armstead now of the Riders and William Fletcher of Montreal. Wide receivers are Stephen Dunbar Jr. with Hamilton and Samuel Emelis with Saskatchewan. And Eugene Lewis of Edmonton is my flex. Leaves me $600 left over. There's my fix. If you want to use any of them, do so at your peril. I think I'm going to have a good week. I hope you have a good week with your fantasy. And if this is any help to you, of course, it's beg time. You'll notice, by the way, I should have a little subscribe button down there the whole time. But now at the end here, coming up is subscribe. A couple other videos you might want to see. Also, share it with anybody that might enjoy it. And please hit the like button. Make my day. All right, that's about it. That's all we've got. Like I say, good luck with your team for the week. And we'll check it all out next week. Until then, get the hell off my lawn.